Happy August and welcome back to 4AZ. I'm your host, Tyler McDowell Blanken. I'm really excited for you to hear this interview with Sean Freeman. Sean is a career exploration teacher and head football coach at Tempe High School. The team starts their season at Valley Christian on August 23rd. Their home opener is on September 5th against Yuma. Sean shares his experience growing up in Mesa, reviving a storied athletic program, and how he builds relationships. We also discuss LeBron, project-based learning, and why he stays in education. You can follow us on social media at 4AZTeach. Please take a moment to like this video on YouTube or leave us a review on your audio platform of choice. It goes a long way. Here is Restoring the Feeling, a conversation with Sean Freeman. I'm joined by Tempe High School teacher and football coach Sean Freeman. Sean, thank you for being here. How are you?
Man, I'm blessed. I'm not stressed. I'm good, man.
I love that. I think I told you this before we were recording. Trevor Knox, former guest, sung your praises. So no pressure, but this comes off of a recommendation, Sean.
Let me tell you something, man. T. Knox is my guy, right? So I just got to Marcos. I was a young coach, got to Marcos, and T. Knox was one of my first group of DBs, man, and hard-working kid, great family. But to see that young man grow over the years, getting his education and just striving, man, that's why we do the game, bro. That's why we do it, man. Kids like that. So shout out to my boy Trevor Knox, T. Knox. I always love my brother. Always love.
Amen. Was he nice on the field?
Hey, boy was a head ringer. I'm tell you.
Oh,
boy was a head ringer.
Dog. Okay.
Hey,
we see
don't
you,
get twisted. Hey, he's a nice dude in person, right? Put a hell on that boy and watch him go to work. He was a nice dude, man.
I just inflated his ego. The next time I see him, I feel like he's just going to be...
I told you so. Told you.
Everything is always iron. There's never a wrinkle. But now, after he hears this, Sean, I don't know, maybe he's going to run for Senate or something.
The kid was highly underrated. But the boy would, if you give him a chance, to take your head off.
I love that, Sean. Well, I know, like you said, you were at Marcos many years ago. Now you're at the Tempe High School. So we're going to get into that very, very soon. But I want to start off with you growing up in Arizona. I know you're a proud alumnus of Westwood High School. Tell us about your experience growing up in Mesa.
Oh, man. Some of the best memories growing up in that high school era, back in 2000, 2001. Even before that, being a sophomore or freshman coming into high school. I got to witness a great squad in front of me: Sandy Moore, Aaron Wilkins, Jason McClure, those guys. And then we had our own squad that made that run to the state championship. Unfortunately, lost it to Red Mountain. But great group of guys that I still keep in contact with this day. Sammy Johns was now at Desert Ridge as he was coordinator. Is my mentor. I got into coaching because of him. So I'm here doing what I'm doing because of coaches like that, and that I was able to be blessed with in high school.
Wow. When did you decide that you wanted to pursue a career in education? You mentioned a mentor. Was education always the plan, or when did you pivot?
I pivoted probably just my 20s, man. I wasn't. Unfortunately, I had a significant injury where I couldn't play college ball, so I just kind of working, and being a 20-year-old, being 20, 21, working. I was at the University of Phoenix when it was booming, and so I was there for 12 years, but. My younger brother, Eric, he was playing football at a charter school in Mesa called Sequoia Charter. And I went to a game of my mom, and I was just like, they're doing this wrong. They're doing that wrong. They should do this, they should do that. So my mom was like, man, go and talk to the coach if you can help coach. And then I went to talk to him. I love the help. And that was it, man. Literally, I got in, started, coaching for free for about almost like 7 years, coaching for free.
Oh, listen, you put in your years.
Hey, man, pro bono. I'll tell you something, bro. I'm true to this, man. I'm true to this. I put my time in, man. I put my time in. So, that springboarded to me looking at Sammy Johns and Roy Lopez over at Marcos, following Sammy to Highland. I got my first coaching opportunity and teaching opportunity at Sequoia Charter. They brought me back in to be a head coach. Ran that program for a few years. Went out to AJ. Opened up Imagine Prep. Probably the CAA Football League, did that for a year. Got the opportunity to go to Copper Canyon for 2 years. Went back home to Westwood, and then now I'm here in Tempe. And I started teaching probably that last year at Imagine Prep, doing credit recovery and stuff like that. So now I'm running the freshman career technology experience here at Tempe High School, and we're running with it.
Wow, not new to this at all, but true to this
Always, always.
for a long
I'm gonna get a
time.
shirt made. I'm gonna get a shirt made that says that.
Do I get some residuals from that or
Yes,
no?
you
Because
do.
we
Yeah,
got
we're
this
gonna put it
documented
online.
now,
We're gonna put it
Sean.
online.
You got okay. That those are terms I can agree to.
You know what
So
I'm saying?
you mentioned being at Tempe High School now.
Yeah,
And so I know you I believe you teach career exploration there
I
as
do.
well.
I do.
Okay, so not only coaching football, but career exploration. You mentioned tech as well. Tell us about Mr. Freeman, the teacher.
Oh, it's always Coach Freeman. There's two Coach Freeman. There's Coach Freeman, the teacher, and then there's Coach Freeman, the coach. Coach Freeman, the teacher, is all about showcasing what the world has to offer as far as careers, right? So we know everybody is not going to go to college. Everybody does not have the same path as a lot of people. So my job is to make sure that at a young age you understand where your path is, right? And to introduce you to different forms of careers, such as video, such as graphic design, culinary, marketing, photo, all that. So I set up our CTE programs by doing like events, going to EVIT, showcasing what EVIT has to offer, so that when these freshmen leave their freshman year, they have an option where they can go and what they can do. And it's not just going through traditional high school where you just go through 3 years and that's it. No, we want to make sure that you have a career path that you want to get into as soon as high school ends, or at least you have a knowledge of where you want to go. So I help set that up for the other programs, get them going. I do little things where the teachers come in and teach my class for a day. If they're the culinary teacher, Miss Brown, she comes in, she showcases what culinary is about. And then we do a food truck experience where we create our own food truck, our own restaurants, and what it takes to do that and all that. So those are kind of fun things we do in my program. We're very project based. We're not the traditional, studying and whatnot, where we do research, and our grades are based on our projects, how well we do our projects. So that gives the kids a little more incentive to do something because they know they're being graded based off their efforts and what they put into their work.
Some project-based learning.
Exactly.
I love that. In previous interviews, I've heard you describe the importance of relationships. Why is relationship building so important to you when working with colleagues and especially when you're working with students?
So watch this real quick. You say that right. Watch this real quick. So, and we're doing this live, by the way.
This is live.
Exclusive.
Exclusive.
So this is why it's important. We had a 2-hour practice today, and they're still here. Because of relationship building. And it's always we're able to. Hey, my door's always open. And I kind of have the pop of the room when it comes to lunch. Everybody comes to my room during lunch. I believe in that. I want you to come in and have a experience, and it's everybody. It's not just the athletes. It's people who I had a couple of years ago as freshmen and come to my room during lunch, hang out, and just vibe. And so I believe what more teachers need to start doing is opening their doors to kids and allowing kids to come in and just let your guard down. Yeah, it's your lunchtime. So what? You'll eat eventually, but building a relationship, those kids will love that forever, and they'll always do something that you ask them to do if you need it. So that's why I think it's important to build a relationship with kids and your players.
And it's so clear to me, to your point, Sean, that kids just need that one person who believes in them.
Exactly.
That's going to champion them and uplift them. And clearly you do that for kids, not just on the football field, but all across the campus of Tempe. That's a beautiful situation.
Man. That's what we do.
That's it. So speaking of football, I know it's a huge passion of yours. You started a rebuild of the Tempe football program, a storied program adjacent to Arizona University. In case folks aren't familiar with Tempe, there's there's ASU, and then just I'm not gonna say a few feet, but just a block over.
It's literally a block. It's
a block.
Definitely
walking distance.
Yeah, definitely walking distance.
Since the Tempe High School.
Yeah.
So again, lots of history, lots of good bones. You guys went 5-5 last year, a 4-win improvement from the year prior. What's your mindset heading into the new season? I know you got Gilbert Christian on October 27th.
Yeah. Listen, it's the mindset is it's get there. We want to play off. We want to get to playoffs. I think that's what we are lacking amongst respect from the rest of the Arizona State football programs, high school football programs in Arizona, and the media. I'm a big advocate for my program. I don't know what coach isn't, but I see what I see on a daily basis, and I'm like, this is a dangerous team. Without getting away too much, it's a very dangerous team, and I don't think a lot of people see us because of the record. I mean, 5-5. Everybody praises that for going that. Me personally, it's like okay, that's okay. It's not. We were one game for playoffs last year, and we didn't execute. So for me, my mind's always the next step, right? And so we did 5-5. Now what can we do now? Can we go 8-2? Can we eclipse what we can nobody's done for years? Building a program with Tempe kids. You know, so our goal this year is to make the playoffs and then start that run from there. Get us in. And once we get in the door, let's go all out. Here we go. And so it's making sure that these guys mentally are prepared. It's hard. These practices are hard. We had a hard one today. And it's a lot of just where do you want to be at? Where do you want to go? I only can get you so far. Like, I don't play anymore. My coaches don't play anymore. So the level of execution has to be a little better than what it was last year. It has to be. You gotta. What's the end goal for this? What are we trying to do? Because 5-5 is already being accomplished. Now what's next? And so these guys, they're resilient and they take hard coaching. They take hard. Some days I come to my office like, I go too hard. They're like, nah, I'm free. They need it. They need it. And the kids come and tell you, hey, we need that today.
How's the typical practice?
Typical practice, we try to get everything done in 3 hours. So we'll have an office day. We'll split offense and defense. We'll come out the gate after our stretches, and we're doing some type of competition. 4 quarters to get it, four drives to get in, or we're doing something that's competitive where it's bring that juice. And now the tone is set for the rest of the practice. We sprint everywhere, so we don't do conditioning in the end. We sprint everywhere. Everywhere we go, we sprint. Even if it's to water, we're sprinting. If we're not sprinting, I'll blow the whistle, jog back, sprint again. And
act like you just heard the minute bell.
Exactly.
Right, you better get your.
Hey man, you better get to where
you
you water.
You want water?
40 dudes getting to the water. You better go. So it's intensified. We model our practice after college practice. Because we feel like we're next level. We want to be next level here, and we got guys who want to be at the next level. We got you at the next level program.
Wow. I remember coaching freshman boys basketball. I'm going to put myself totally on blast here, Sean. And we were in the locker room after a tough loss, and there was some drama on the team and some parent drama.
Yeah.
I was still a relatively new coach, and I remember being in the locker room after that loss, and I'll never forget my post-game speech was, I was like, look around the room. None of you are going pro. None of us are going to the NBA. So you guys need to treat each other right. Figure this out and let's go to work. I look back on that now, Sean, as I completely crushed those kids. That was not. And Sean, first of all, I had 15 boys on a freshman team. Already a bad idea on my part. And you know how it goes. 90% of them, their career goal was to be a pro basketball player. So I would imagine you take a completely different approach when working with youth. So when it comes to adversity, which to your point, we know is going to happen during the year.
All the time.
How do you approach that? How do you communicate to these young men who depend on you? How do you ride that wave of the highs and lows?
Well, it depends. There's all sorts of adversity, right? Is there adversity because you just don't go to practice? Is there adversity because your girlfriend and you were having a problem? You have problems at home. I listened to that 2 guys this morning. The grandfathers aren't doing well. I'm a family person, so I'm always family first. So go take care of your grandparents. Go be there for your mom. Your family. Go do that. Practice. We'll be here Monday. Go take care of that. If it's your girlfriend, hey man, listen. You got to come out here and get your mind right, bro. You can't sit here and wallow in it, because you're wallowing it, then you're not gonna be good for yourself. Your performance is gonna lack. And then now you're sitting next to me on the bench on Friday, right? So we got to go out there and put that to the side. Leave that stuff at the door, right? We walk in the locker room, that outside stays right there, right? You never want to not seem like you're not hearing your players out, right? I understand the girlfriend thing. I've done this for a long time. I've had girlfriend stories for days. I understand that, I also get the aspect of family as well too, right? Your mom's a single mom. There's 3 siblings at home that need to be taken care of. Hey, check this out. Talk to your mom. Can you bring your siblings here? We'll just chill in the office all day, watch cartoons. I'll get some coloring books, and you go to practice. Ask your mom if that's cool, right? I've done that. So, as a head coach, you have to hear their players out. Everybody's not making an excuse. Some kids, very well, are like, hey man, you just gonna get out of practice today. Hey dog, hey, this is where we at, man. You're gonna be here. But we're going to be out here working, And then now I don't want to go to practice, but I don't want to be that guy that didn't go to practice and miss a good practice because I didn't want to go. Or if my grandmother's sick, I know I'm going to Coach Freeman. Coach Freeman understand I need to be with my family right now. Cool, bro. We'll take care of that. Hey, man, thoughts and prayers, man. If your mom need me, your dad need to talk to me, call me up, let me know what I can do for you and the family, bro. I'm here. So it's just, taking that, hearing your kids out, man. I had coaches back in the day, man, they didn't care what happened to you,
Mm.
and would threaten you with it, like, oh, you're at the hospital with your mom? Oh, but you can't, bro, but
Wow.
I'm here now, and
Right.
so
Completely different
I
society
want to
now.
be 10 times different than a lot of my coaches that I had, man. And
Mhm.
not to dog on them, but it was just a different era where coaches didn't really care about the player. They cared more about the program and the winning. Well, I don't have that luxury. I care about my kids. So my kids are struggling or hurting. I got to be the beacon that says, okay, cool. What can I do for you right now to help you right now? And I would do the best I can. If it's calling somebody or if it's getting resources for you, hey man, I'm here. But it's just being different, and letting your kids see that. That's what they're hanging out here right now. That's what they'll be in your room on every day, and that's what they'll ask you, "What can I do? What can I do for you, Coach Freeman?" And
Right.
it's a blessing to see that.
And that's when you get those lifelong relationships, right? I'm
You do.
sure you've had so many students who have reached out to you after they graduated and have huge life milestones, and they want to share that with you because
Yeah.
you didn't give them the sense that they were dispensable.
Right.
They were just a tool to help you get a win, to help you get a good job. Like, you really pour into them because
Right.
their growth and their development is above wins. We want to win. Like you said, let's not get it twisted. We're here to win,
Right.
but we're here to grow, we're here to develop, we're here to
Right.
become better men.
Winning is dope, man. Winning. Listen, I want to be a state championship coach too, right? I want to be one of the few black head coaches that are able to host a state championship, but also too,
Talk about it.
my state championship is different. My state championship belongs to my kids and what my kids do after high school's over with, right? My kids are going to be better men, better husbands, better fathers in life. That's hey, I have 20 something state championships. If we're basing off of that, after how are you growing young men with football, right? A lot of programs is just performance based. It's get me my championship so I can move on to do this job here. Man, look, we live in an area right here, bro, where half our kids don't eat. All right. So coaches like myself and others I've known, we spend our own money to feed our kids and budget that money. When I have a nice decent paycheck, hey man, I gotta budget this money for these kids because my parents don't have a lot of money. Okay. My coach they got a lot of money. So we gotta put ourselves and make sure our kids eat because then if our kids don't eat, then they're going across the street, they're going here and there where trouble's at, and they're getting in trouble instead of being here to practice in the confines of their team and their coaches in a safe place. Now they're outside because they're hungry, trying to find something. So you got it's different, right? So we can look at wins and losses, or we can look at how are you able to build better young men. Let's look at that. And now that area, that landscape changes because we'll look at the coaches who are building better kids for society, for our communities, who are allowing these kids to grow and be better men and go to college and go to their careers, military, and bring that back to their neighborhoods and strengthen their neighborhoods. Let's talk about that. So that's where I put myself in. Wins and losses, they come and go. State championships would be lovely to have. But in my program, my kids aren't thriving after they're done here. I ain't do my job.
Right. And I'm sure you've been in the game long enough where you've seen kids where it works out after high school, and then others where it doesn't. They get
A
caught
lot.
up in the system, or they make
A
poor
lot.
choices, or
Yeah, man.
we've seen it's one of two pathways. And
It's
usually
not.
that's did they have a plan after high school, or was it I'm just vibing, I'm just here, and then temptation is just around the corner?
It seems like, man, every year, man, I have a kid that you just like, man, what's up? Like, what are we doing? Like, and it's funny because Sammy Johns told me this, man. I was a young coach. He said that, you know, I would always try to be that coach. I was the friend coach, right? I was always a coach that was like, that's my boy. He said, don't do that because it's gonna break your heart. What you talking about? He said, you're gonna have 5 kids that are gonna be the solid kids in our program. They're gonna be the kids that are gonna grow. Trevor Knox, gonna grow, become better people in life. And you have those kids that just could not get it together. And it happens every year. There is no Cinderella story. These are stories that the coaches don't talk about. There's those kids who were very talented and could have did everything impossible, but they chose the streets. They chose other things, and now they're not doing good. They're, I hate to say it, dead or in jail. And you think that like, damn, where did I go wrong? And it's not necessarily you. It's the environment around them when they leave you. You know, when these kids go home, man, they're always on our mind. They're always like, man, I hope
Right.
we eat.
They have structure when they're at school.
Man, right?
They may not act like they want it, but Sean, we know they need, and I would argue they want structure. They like
They
that. It's
love it.
important.
They love it, bro.
Yeah.
They love it, man. Because here's the thing, Tyler. Most of these kids don't have father figures at home. You know, most of these kids, you know, their mothers are working their tails off, their auntie, their grandmas. They're in situations where, you know, they sometimes they don't feel loved, you know. And so when you come here, yeah, Coach Freeman get on you about this, but you want him to because you need to be put in line, you know. And when you leave here, now I hope what I taught you, you're taking that and you're using it out there in the streets because we all know streets there's temptations out there, man. It's drugs, you know, all sorts of stuff, bro. These kids they get caught up in, and you know, you just hope they teach what you taught them, they're taking it with them.
Right, right. They retain that and
Right,
accountability, right? Sean, I think you and I,
exactly.
coaches, teachers, hopefully family members, people who hold us accountable, it matters and
All the time.
is pivotal. So I want to touch on something you mentioned a few moments ago. We know Black educators are 4% of Arizona's teacher workforce. I don't know the number for football coaches in Arizona, but I would imagine it's not much. It,
Slim,
it, it yeah, it's slim.
slim.
So how tell us about how you've been able to find community. Is it one, finding community? How's that been? And then second, is it a motivator for you being one of the few who are in both roles, who have boots on the ground? You're teaching, you have a classroom, and you're also the HC. Tell us about trying to find community. Have you found it? And is it a motivator for you to be a trailblazer and, to your point, maybe be one of the first to win a state title one day?
Uh, yeah, it's always a motivator. And shout out to Rashard Davis. Rashard Davis is actually the most current Black head coach at Santa Cruz a few years ago to win state championship. So shout out to him. But that is the goal, man. You know, there hasn't been in Arizona, Tyler, it's tough, man, because there hasn't been a lot of Black coaches who have made it to that level, who have made it to that feat, right? So, you know, with the Carters a few years ago, they made it to the state championship, came up short,
Right.
right?
Now heading to Georgia
Not hitting
amongst,
Georgia, you know,
other,
those are my
right.
guys, those are my boys,
Yeah, I know,
right?
I know those are your
Shout out to
guys.
Mark and Marcus, man. Go
We're
do your
gonna miss
thing
them.
out there. They're gonna be great.
Mhm.
But yeah, man, I can't. I tell you right now, other than Rashad, I can't tell you the Black coach was at least near there. You know, near the championship. So yes, it is. It is something that I think about daily. That how am I going to be that coach, that trailblazer, to showcase that Black head coaches can really coach in Arizona. You know, and make it. Is it a tough road? Yes. Is there a lot of roadblocks? Yes. Community, we're still working on it here, man. It's just Tempe is a very rich community. It is a community that has had Tim McBurney for years here, and Tim McBurney is God in Tempe country, right? All right, now is God in Tempe country, and then there's Brian Walker, who was here for 12 years, who was able to build an amazing 12-year career of some of the best athletes, student athletes, to come out of Tempe High School, right? Now there's Sean Freeman's turn. Okay. So a lot of people are not accustomed to the 3A level. They think it's, oh, now they're 3A. They don't understand the demographics have changed in Arizona, right? So now there's more high schools. Now we're going off of based off of enrollment. Our enrollment has fallen a little bit. So our program has struggled for a few years. So we got to revamp our program. We got to drop down a level, right? So we're trying to get back up to that level. So, but the old school Tempe Buffaloes, they're used to success, you know, and sometimes it's hard to um, be the next head coach in line because they don't know you. You know, they know this is how it was. Now, moving forward, you have some parents who are writers. You know, you have some parents who, if I need something, they're right there for me. You know, you got, you know, Tasha Smith, Nick McCrimmon, you got Marley, my man Marley the chef. You know, you got Jaden Chavez's parents. You got Lorenzo Maldonado's parents. You got parents in the program that really ride with you when you need something, right? Do you want more? Heck yeah, you want more parents to be here because we're doing something great. And I just need people to kind of come in and see what we're doing and say, yo, I'm latching on to you. You know, okay, cool, coach, what do you need? You know, but we have gained the businesses in the area that are loving, that are sponsoring boys. We have business outside of Tempe that are helping us out. Dry Star Restoration, Ryan Finn Motors. We're doing a lot trying to get people to say, hey, this school on Mill and Broadway, hey, they're popping again. they're back at it again. So it's slowly but surely we're getting the community back involved.
That community support crucial. And Sean, you mentioned having parents on board. I think that's so important, whether you're in the classroom, whether you're coaching on a field or on a court, having that parent buy-in is essential. It really takes all of these elements to create a strong program.
It does.
There's
It
there's
does.
just there's no question about it. It sounds like you are clearly doing that. So what advice would you give to someone considering the education field? What do you wish you would have known when you first started?
What? uh, it is. Listen. You're not gonna become a millionaire. You're not gonna become a millionaire. So if you're in there for the money, you're in the wrong environment and wrong type of job, man. You want to see kids be great, man. You want to see kids be great. No matter if they're football players, they're athletes. Some of my best students are my students who come in and just you see it, especially from a freshman standpoint. You see when they're babies, and now to see some of these kids I've taught here at Tempe 2 years ago, and now they're going to EVIT, and now they're talking about college or careers and what they want to do. It's like, man, damn, okay, like wow, like this is why we do it now. Uh, it's frustrating at times. It can wear on you. And that's gray. This grain just this old with wise. This is stress, you know. But at the end of the day, man, when you got those kids that come in and tell you thank you or I love you, or they sign letters to you at the end of the year, or they're hitting you up on Facebook telling you that they have a baby, or they're going to college, or they're moving across, doing this and that and the third. Hey, it's worth it, man. I want to be one of them dudes and the old dudes that are here, that they talk about. My mom, my dad had Coach Freeman, and this is what we did, and I want to be that guy. I want to be that guy. Even when I'm done coaching football, I want to be someone that is putting the record books for caring about kids. That's my goal.
Mm-hmm. That leads into my next question, Sean. You may have just answered it. I was going to ask, why do you stay in education? Is it the students, number one? There's a lot of challenges, Sean. Like you said, in Arizona in 2024, there's a lot of other career fields that you could
man,
enter,
you make a lot of money in. You just
but
listen, me and my wife talk about all the time, man.
You choose to stay, and like you said, teaching, coaching, you give all of you, every single morsel you give to your community, to your kids. Why do you choose to stay?
It's rewarding, man. I've worked in the office. I've worked construction. I worked in the warehouse. I've done a lot of jobs, man. This is the one where I get up every day and I love going to it. I love it. I love getting up and coming here, and at 7:30, you hear, and they're looking through they're looking through the windows, if you're in there, and what's up, Free? What's going on, cuz? What's up? That's how my day starts, man. That's how my day starts. My day starts with positivity, bro. I can't. Where you gonna get that at, man? And I guess I don't know, man. I guess like I just love being a beacon for these kids, dude. Like I don't know what it is. I don't know why I love it. I can't give it a straight answer for it, bro. I just know that I'm good at it, and I love doing it. Everywhere I went, I've been an impact to some kid, to some family, to some bro. I love it, man. So, I don't see myself doing nothing else unless it's unless ASU, Kenny wants some help. You want to pay for it? Holla at me, Kenny. But
yeah,
other than
listen, they need
that,
to tag him on this.
hey, Kenny, holla at me. But other than that, I'm not going nowhere, man. I'm Tempe for a long time until someone says, hey, we're gonna give you a better deal, and this is what it is. But right now, man, I'm stuck here, man. This is where I'm gonna end up at, man. And there's a lot for me to do here. So I think that's one of the biggest things. There's a lot of growth in Tempe High School. The admin is phenomenal. Shout out Shalir and Dondo, Brian Gulliford, Adam Johnson. They dope, man. So they treat me. I was always told, man, Tyler. I was always told, go where your love, man. Go where they want you. Don't go where they're gonna put up with you. Go where they want you. And
come on now.
When I came here, bro, they wanted me here. They wanted me here. I left my interview and Shalir Donald followed me to the parking lot. I was like, yo, we're gonna get you here. And
wow,
since I got here, man, it's not the love, man.
You did your thing.
Hey, I had to.
And they still love you. They still want you.
Hey, I hope so. Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
that's the vibe I get. Sean, that's fantastic. I want to move to our exit ticket. My final series of questions for you. It's going to be a simple this or that.
Okay, cool.
First up, Mahomes or Brady?
Man, what? Listen, I gotta go with Tom. Tom versus the Atlanta Falcons Super Bowl. GOAT status.
GOAT status.
I haven't seen Patrick do that yet. When Patrick does that and eclipses that, but right now it's Tom.
Okay. Bron or Jordan?
Jordan.
Really? See, I thought I saw you retweet something Bron related the other day, and I thought you know what? Maybe Sean is like me, and Bron is his GOAT, but that's not the case.
I'm a 2001 grad. I grew up with Mike. Mike to me played in the hardest era of basketball. He took what he had and he made champions, and he made Hall of Famers out of guys that anywhere else that they went were not Hall of Fame status. So Mike to me is the end all be all. Bron, I took that picture of Bron because Bron is a phenomenal basketball player. If I'm an athlete, it goes Mike, Kobe, Bron.
Wow. Okay, those are your three. We sliding in Kareem at 4.
Definitely.
Okay.
Most dominant by far. The big man of big men.
Yeah. Kareem was that dude.
Yeah.
Final one for you, Sean. I'm not sure exactly of your full music taste, but I think this is probably.
If you ask this question, I swear to you,
man. You laid out. Listen, Sean. You laid out 2000, 2001. I'm really excited to hear your thoughts on this final question for the exit ticket. We're talking about Usher, Super Bowl performer earlier this year.
Okay.
Which song are you choosing? This is an essential question. You Remind Me, You Got It Bad, or You Don't Have to Call.
Oh, okay. What was the second one?
We got You Remind Me, You Got It Bad, or You Don't Have to Call.
See, here's the hard part. All those are songs that you know, right? That you're in the car and you can sing boom, 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 verbatim, right?
Verbatim.
You Remind Me is the classic Usher. You Remind Me of a G. That's R. Kelly, excuse me. Ooh. Yeah. You Remind Me.
Different. Yeah. This is Usher. We love Usher.
Almost lost that one.
Pause.
You Remind Me is dope.
It is.
It's common.
Yep.
You Don't Have to Call is that club hit, man. Yes, I'm going to have to say You Don't Have to Call, man. That was
That's
one of
mine too. That's mine too.
Hey, man, when that song came on, you had that ex that she was about to, you want to see her out somewhere, and you got to show up with the boys, man. That's the song, right?
You knew what time it was, and You Got It Bad. Those Heartbreak. That I'm sure you played that a few times. I know I did.
Come on, man. In the shower, are you hurting? Oh man,
come on. It's a wrap. Just like this conversation. Sean, this was an absolute honor. Where can people find you online? What are the best ways to connect and support you and your kids?
You can find me on Twitter, on X. There's a tag right there, Coach_Freeman CC. You can find me on the gram, Coach Freeman, Coach_Freeman 24. You can find me on Tempe IG at Tempe Football. I'm here, man. I'm always here. I'm always around. You see me post something motivational or just post about my kids and post about my team, man. Oh, before we go, shout out to my beautiful wife and helper Mary. Happy anniversary, sweetheart. 10 years in the game, 2,000 more to go.
Beautiful. Happy anniversary.
Appreciate it.
Thank you all for joining us. We'll see you next time. Support Sean as well and his kids.
We'll
see you all next time. Take care.